Well, since we're on the subject of DC, right? Because now the story's changing. Right now in DC, you got every federal agency out there: ATF, National Guard, DEA, marshals, the regular police that are there. I already said the FBI. I mean, pretty much everything. Homeland Security. And it's not about crime. This is the crime. Well, any economist or anybody who knows anything about how crime happens is when there's lack of opportunities. If you truly cared about crime, let's be honest, what would they do? They would build recreation centers for kids to be at, so they don't have to be out there in the street. They would get resources, jobs. You know the the number one unemployed person in America is is a teenage boy. You're around 16, you're allowed to work. I don't know how it is everywhere else, but as soon as I turned 16, I got my first job. And the most unemployed. So what do you think all these kids are doing? They don't got money. Where do you think these guns are coming from? Where do you think the drugs are coming from? Where do you think all this stuff is coming from? You can't sit there and blame the kid and say, hey, it's your fault that the community is this way. It's their fault. They just got here 18, 17 years ago, and it's their fault. No, there's no opportunity. So what are these kids gonna do? The education's trash. They close all the rec centers, bring in guns, bring in drugs. These kids, you see the guns they got these days? You not know the guns are out here. Where are they getting them from? Huh? They're not ordering them off of Amazon. They're being dropped off. But that's neither here or there. But the worst part is, now what Trump and these people are doing is they're going to find black people. And if you look on YouTube, you can tell when it's like an angle being pushed. So they're finding black people that go down there. Man, I've never seen the city so quiet, so safe, no weed smoking. I don't smell it. It's so safe. Bruh, where do you think all those people went? The homeless, what are they doing? They're kicking the homeless out of their parks and whatnot and moving them to different places. Where are they going? And some people say, I don't give a damn. Well, that's because you're a heartless asshole. But seriously, ask yourself, where are they going? Where? Prisons? Private prisons? You know what? Throw them in prison. Get a check for the federal government. Who gives them? They don't care about the homelessness problem. They don't care about the guns, the violence, the drugs. They don't care, because like I said, if they really wanted to fix that, they would give people jobs. They would give people opportunities. That's the mother of all crime. It's economic disparity. It's not because of their racial group or anything. Well, that's the reason why they have no finances. Which way am I going? Where they're at? Because of skin color. And people always saying, no, it's not about skin. Then what is it about? What is it? And that's why I told you people. Like Chris Smalls. Where's Chris Smalls? Chris Smalls has the time to run to Amazon because it's big money. He gets on CNN. I'm Chris Smalls with a nose ring. Shouts out to the brother, but like, where you at, Chris? When it comes to Gaza, he's willing to get on a boat. You know what a flotilla is? It's like a little boat. And they just push it in the current to like go to Gaza. You're willing to do all that. But here we have, and that's for the Arabs, but here we have every hostile agency in the country on little old DC. Where Chris Smalls at? You gonna send a flotilla to DC? You're gonna get out there and protest out there in DC? No, he's not. Because whatever Democratic funder that he's working with, I guarantee you, whatever contract he's in, because these dudes be on contract, bro. Like, for real, that's the reason why they can't really talk about black issues alone. It must be multicultural. We're gonna even though this whole country doesn't work on multiculturalism, Ain't no Arabs gonna care about no black people. Mexicans don't care about black people. No, Asians don't. It's all lies. You know what I mean? Chris Moss is in his contract. You cannot work on just solely black issues. If you do, you're not gonna to get on CNN. It's a lot of gatekeepers, and you have to parrot a certain talking point. And if you don't, you won't be allowed in these doors. You see what I'm saying? So Chris Moss, right? When all y'all were running out there for Palestine, I said, hey man, y'all better slow down, save up the energy, because you know right around the corner, we're gonna have to deal with some bullshit. And those Palestinians ain't gonna be nowhere to be found. As soon as y'all went out there for the Mexicans, hey, I don't know what y'all doing out there with all the Mexicans. Y'all out there fighting hard, a little too hard. You know what I mean? Black people always find a way, and it always be like the Afrocentric, you know, and it really just be really be black women. Y'all black women gotta stop this, running around trying to save everybody. And they always be some college-educated sister with a fro and a degree in sociology or organizational leadership or some degree. You're like, what job goes with that? But it's all love. It's just the sisters want to get knowledge. There's nothing wrong with college. But they be in $200,000 in debt. And so the Democratic Party's like, well, how about you just run around the country championing our causes? We'll cut you a check. You see what I'm saying? It's really how this shit goes. If you, as a black person, if you parrot a certain talking point, they will push you to the top, baby. All the way to the top. Man, where am I at? We got down here. You see what I'm saying? But Chris Smalls and the rest of you Democratic Party plantation slaves, literally out there we need some black thing. I seen a basketball, football game? Something, I forget what it was. But I see this black person just running out in the field with the Palestinian flag. Free Palestine! I'm like, why? I mean, I get it. It's bad going on. But what? I don't see Chinese people running out there doing that. I don't see, no, it's just, I don't know. Black people, we need some help, man. We really need it. You know what it is, though? Let's break it down. I'm going to get on my Umar shit. Let me get on my Ifa Tunde shit. Black people they get nervous about their blackness. So they feel as if they can run around to all these other racial groups and like champion their causes, the other racial groups to do the same. And so it's like, it can make it easier. Black people are allergic at this point in history. This is why I said it's worse than it's ever been, at just being by ourselves. You see what I'm saying? Black people, as soon as they get a little education, what's the first thing they do? Suburbs, baby. I'm out of here. Pew! They ain't trying to build their own communities. They are straight to the suburbs. Oh no, I don't go there. I've worked with Mexicans, Latinos, Indians. You see them, they eat their own food. You've never seen an Indian at a soul food restaurant. I've never seen a Chinese at a Jamaican restaurant. But I've seen some Jamaicans at a Chinese restaurant. I done seen some down south people at a taco stand. I knew some Mexicans who, when we would get on break, we'd have an hour break. If they didn't bring a lunch, they would drive 15 minutes to a certain restaurant and drive 15 back. That's 30 already. Because it's so ingrained in them to eat their own shit, do their own thing. With us, it's like, no, you gotta be multicultural. Ain't no Mexican going to no black rib spot with barbecue sauce, bro. Maybe a few these days, but the majority, nah. They will literally not eat lunch or spend their whole lunch driving to get something to eat and drive back. So, hey y'all, DC, They got them out there, got the ATF stopping people. Oh, we smelled the weed. Woo! You catching federal charges, man. Hey, y'all. I'm gonna run real quick. I gotta meet up with somebody. But look, stay black, man. And chase knowledge, never chase money. Peace, love, and positivity, baby.